This is Tim Ridley on Sirius XM 146. Don't forget, coming up in a half hour from now will be the Dave Nemo Show. Dave is still on special assignment, so our very own Rooster will be at the helm again, yet again on another day on today. So Dave will be back in the house on Monday. Right now, it's time for us to speak with our friends up in the Northeast, Kelly and Jackie. And by the way, we'll open up the phone lines a little bit later on in this segment should you have a question or a comment. Want to weigh in on the topic of recruiting younger drivers, what we can do, what do you think about it, and how we can make this happen. Kelly, good morning to you.
Good morning, Tim. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing this morning?
I'm awesome. Thank you.
Good. Jackie, good morning to you as well.
Good morning, Tim. How are you?
I'm doing great. Are you guys ready for the big chill and the snow and rain and all that coming up this weekend?
No, not ready for it at all.
I just ruined your weekend already, didn't I?
You did.
I apologize for that, but hopefully it's not bad. I hope hope it's not bad at all, and maybe even get some sunshine in it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Perks of living in the Northeast.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Well, Kelly, we've had a part one and part two, and that was so popular we didn't even get a chance to get to all of the callers on either times. That we've had this topic. So we're doing a part three, and it just kind of shows you, the various ideas and the various viewpoints that we have on this matter as far as recruiting younger drivers.
No, exactly. And since our last show, we've gotten so many inquiries on our website and so many stories and great feedback. And that's, what we want to continue to receive from the drivers, because that we're able to relay that to our customers. And we're able to, hopefully help make a difference within the industry. We're actually attending the ATA conference this weekend with all the top execs, and the primary focus is going to be on recruiting and retaining drivers and what needs to be done. So we're looking to get as much feedback from drivers, today over the phone, and then over the weekend via our website, Trucking Get Social. So again, we can relay that, within the industry over the weekend at the show.
And Jackie, what kind of inquiries are we getting more of? I mean, is there more of one over the other, or is it pretty much across the board?
You know what's really cool is that it's definitely across the board. We're hearing from new who've received their CDL and they've been on the road for 6 months. We're hearing from drivers that are real veterans. They've been on the road for years. So it's really great to see a variety of different drivers and age spectrum. So, for example, Kyle, who he wrote us this great email. He's from Texas and he's a new driver. He's now 22 years old. He's been on the road for about 6 months. And what he was really talking about is he didn't have, unfortunately, the opportunity to go, fortunately, unfortunately, however you look at it, the opportunity to go to college. So he took a warehouse job right after high school. And after that particular trucking company actually, that warehouse position led to him getting his CDL because they actually had tractor trailers there. So he's been on the road now for about 6 months, and he actually loves the position. First in his family to be a truck driver, and he really loves it because there's a lot of the money that's involved. He's actually making more money than his friends, and he's able to travel and see different sites throughout the United States.
Wow, that's incredible. And so he didn't even have to come out of pocket with training money, money to go to truck driving school or anything.
Exactly. And it really got us thinking about, the transition, from graduating high school to becoming a truck driver, because obviously there's a lag in the number of years. So I really like Kyle's example of him working for a particular trucking company, being a warehouse, working in the warehouse. He actually was promoted to supervisor, and then was offered to do the CDL training through this particular company.
And it actually plays hand in hand, because I know we've heard from drivers that have called in previously talking about, an apprentice-type program. So, it's great to see that companies are offering career paths for, whether it's warehouse drivers or drivers. Some of the inquiries we got were drivers, companies have, a program where if they recruit drivers and help train the drivers, they can learn extra pay. So it's nice to see that companies are offering career paths.
And I do too. I'm really happy to see that, and I think it's a great idea, because many years ago, even with my dad, that's how he got into trucking. He wanted to do this from what he would tell us when we were kids. He wanted to do it since he was a kid, but he started working in the warehouse at a moving company at North American and for a local agent, and eventually moved up to just pulling the trucks around and bagging them into the dock to actually driving. They taught him how to drive, so ended up making a career out of it. So I'm happy to see that it seems like maybe on a small scale, but this is coming back.
Yes, it's great to see.
All right, we're going to pull over and take us a break. It's 43 past the hour. Our number is 615-292-6366 if you have a question or a comment on this topic, recruiting younger drivers. Kelly and Jackie are with us from KJ Media. This is Tim Ridley on Sirius XM Satellite Radio. And Kelly and Jackie, are you girls ready to head to the phone lines?
We are.
All right, Youngblood is our first caller in Indiana. Youngblood, good morning. You're live on the show.
Good morning, Tim. How you doing?
Doing great, thanks.
Hey, I've been out here 24 years. I started in 91 after I got a Desert Storm. And I'll tell you, things have changed. Back in the day, there was so many owner-operators, including myself, and then the law comes in. They want to put in CSA score because the middle class, they want to eliminate, the country wants to eliminate the middle class. So therefore, they want to, you accumulate certain amount of points, and therefore your license gets suspended. Now it's coming to bite them back in the butt. I don't want to say the word ass, but
hey, you said it.
But it's biting them. So now they want to recruit new 18 years old, new age, 18 years old, because they need drivers now. So they're going to do anything they can to get drivers, which I don't think is right. I don't think 18 years old. Remember when I was 18 years old, I think I was the bomb. I thought I was everything. I didn't have to listen to nobody. I'm my own boss. I know what's right and what's wrong. I knew it all. So that's how they're going to treat the trucking industry. I know how to drive. I know what to do. And they're going to have that cocky attitude. And it's not going to be good. That's the way I feel.
So, Youngblood, what got you into trucking?
Excuse me?
What got you into trucking? What made you want to become a truck driver?
I was a mechanic for 88 Mike in the Army. And then after getting greased up for a while, I said, you know what? I was a 6-2 Bravo, all-wheel mechanic. And then I decided to change my career, and I went to 88 Mike driving trucks in the Army. So when I got out of Desert Storm, after I got out of the Army, I said, you know what? Let me just do that out here because I heard the money was good. So I started driving out here. And I was 26 going on 27.
Well, that's great. And, what's great about that is that the FMCSA is giving $2.3 million to schools to train military vets to drive trucks. So it kind of falls in line with kind of how you fell into it. So, hopefully we'll have a lot more drivers like you out there.
Yeah, well, I believe those guys that came out of the military, they're already educated, they respect, they know how to, their responsibility. I'm glad that the government will give them money and help them get a license and get a career going because I don't like to see a lot of vets out there and they don't have a career because the government don't help them after they support our country.
Well, Youngblood, thank you for your service, brother. We appreciate you. And thanks for calling in.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you.
All right, let's go to Matt. Matt is right here in Nashville. Matt, good morning. You're live on the show with Kelly and Jackie.
Good morning, Tim. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Jackie. How we doing?
Morning, Matt.
Doing good.
I started driving when I was 19 out of the state of Michigan. We were allowed to drive intrastate. And the company I went through had like a mentor program. So I would mentor with a driver, and then they would sponsor me to go to truck driving school, which I went for 5 weeks. And then we had a skid pad training. And then, once I got done with that, then I got put with another mentor to teach, how to live on the road and actually how to be successful out here. Is that what you guys are thinking about, like, looking into, or what?
Yeah, and that's what we've heard from some drivers, that they've actually, similar programs is what they have found successful. So it's great to hear that that's how you got into it and it was beneficial for you and you think it's something that would be attractive to motivate younger people to get into the industry. It's nice to hear a success story like that.
Well, I started, my great-grandfather was a driver back, when deregulation, and then, I kind of, between my great-grandfather, my stepdad, and now me and my uncle say I'm the fourth-generation driver. I mean, yeah, I've had it in my family, but I really didn't think about doing this until I was in middle school or high school, early high school at least.
Right.
And I went to Michigan there. We have a trade school for high schoolers, and I went to the diesel technician trade program, just to learn basic diesel engine repair,
Mm-hmm.
That's where we need to get it started is in high school.
Exactly, and it's the education portion of it. We need to start, getting some testimonials out there from younger drivers, highlighting the benefits of trucking and the importance of it. And I think that will resonate with the younger generation, and hopefully have them be more motivated to get into the industry.
Right, and Tim could tell you. I mean, as a recruiter, Tim, I remember you used to recruit. I mean, what you have those people, you have to catch their interest within the first 10 seconds of your conversation?
Yeah, absolutely. First 5 seconds, basically. 5 to 10 seconds, like you said. So, yeah, that's absolutely true.
Right. I think that's where it needs to start is literally, in the high schools, and get some of these recruiters out there,
Good idea.
Because that's where everybody else is getting it. I mean, my friend is a computer programmer, and he just got talked into it right from high school. There's no truck driver, nobody from the transportation industry at all at these career days in high school.
Right.
Yeah, and Matt, you bring up a very good point. Career days, you don't generally hear about a truck driver being there on career days. So, great points you made, Matt, and thank you so much for calling. Have a great weekend, brother.
Yeah, you too, buddy.
All right. Okay, Scooter, we're going to Kentucky. Scooter is with us. Scooter, good morning. You're live on the show.
Good morning, y'all. Me personally, I don't think having the age dropped from 21 down to 18 is a good idea. I remember how I was when I was 18. I'm running hard, thinking I know it all. I know how I drove my cars. You got an 80,000-pound vehicle, and then you got a hot shot behind the wheel. That's only going to bring more safety violations and more bad wrecks and stuff out here into our industry. Now, I do agree with more training for the newer drivers. I think 21 should be like minimum age, only because of the personal mentality of the youth. Now, this is for me, this is my career. I have a passion for this job. I'm proud to be called a truck driver, and it saddens me whenever I see some of these drivers out here with their feet up on the dash and the unprofessionalism out here. And I think if you put 18-year-olds behind the wheels of these trucks, I think we're going to be asking for trouble. I strongly believe we need more better training. We got these companies out here that is basically truck driver meals. Put them out there in 140 hours, call them a truck driver, let them have at it. And I mean, we definitely need something. But the only thing lowering the age of truck drivers down is going to do is put more and stiffer regulations on the trucking industry, which we don't need. They got so many on us now that it makes it hard on the drivers to do what they need to do.
Yeah, and Scooter, it's nice to hear your passion for the job and how you're proud to be a trucker. And I think we need to hear and illustrate more of that to the younger generation that this is a great profession and it is one to be proud of, and you should be passionate about it. And if we can hear from more people like yourself, I think that'll motivate the younger generation to get into it. I don't think it's about dropping the age like you just discussed. I think it's about, again, demonstrating how passionate you are and how proud you are about being a trucker.
Right. I'm just, my main concern is the level of, I don't know how to put it,
maturity?
Yeah, I guess it's more maturity than anything, because I come across a lot of young folks all across this country. You know, I'm a long haul trucker. If it ain't 1,500 plus miles, I don't want it on my truck. You know, because that's how I make my money. But that's what I love to do. You know, but the maturity of the generation coming out now, it ain't nowhere near what I was, in my opinion. You know, and that's just all this is. It's just my own personal opinion, you know. Maybe right, maybe wrong, but I don't know. I don't think they're mature enough to handle the responsibilities, because not only is the person responsible for this truck and this load, the person is responsible for every living human being around that truck at any given time during the day.
It's a big responsibility, that's for sure. Well, Scooter, you keep that burning passion, brother. I'm really happy to hear that passion. You can hear it in your voice, so you keep that up, my friend, and have a good weekend as well.
You too, my brother.
All right. Let's go to Three Crosses down in Florida. Three Crosses, good morning to you. You're live on the show with Kelly and Jackie.
Good morning, y'all. How are y'all?
Doing good.
Yeah, I just want to, the young man that just called right there with the passion, that's what it's all about. That's what I'm about. And when I started in 1984, back in 1984, I was training for 6 months over the road before they gave me a truck. And I agree with the young man about the age thing, but what really I called him about for Tim is talk about courtesy out here amongst the drivers. And I come across the younger men in the industry now, and they don't want advice. I don't try to give advice unless I'm asked for advice. But I'm all about recruiting. I'm all about, like the other young man talked about in these high schools, that's a good place to start. Mm-hmm. But I basically want to talk about the courtesy out here. Nobody stops on the side of the road no more and check on a driver if he's pulled over, if he's broke down, if he's hurt. Nobody talks on the radio no more, and it ain't nowhere near like it used to be back in the day. And excuse me, but young ladies that's on the line now, I really appreciate what y'all are doing as well, and Tim, I appreciate you and your show. But I basically just been out here since '84, and I really love my job. I pull a food grade tanker, and I'm really happy with my job. I love road dog. I just love trucking. My dad was in it. My grandfather was in it. And I just love my job.
Well, great. Well, we appreciate you so much, Three Crosses, and all that you do.
Yeah, we certainly do. You keep up the great work, brother. 31 years and still going strong, right?
Yes, sir, and I'm real proud of it.
All right.
Accident-free. Yes, sir.
Well, accident-free. Wow, that's amazing. That is really great. Something to be proud about, isn't it?
Yes, sir. I really love the industry, and I wish all the young men good luck.
Well, you keep that burning desire too, brother. You have a great weekend. Be safe out there.
You too, brother. Thank you.
All right. All right. Wow. You know, Kelly and Jackie, the lines are still packed. Callers are still trying to get in. So this is certainly a hot topic, and we certainly appreciate Kelly, you, and Jackie as well for all you do. And go ahead and give out that website that the drivers can go and make their comments and weigh in on.
Sure. The website is truckinggetsocial.com.
Okay, truckinggetsocial.com. You can weigh in, and apologize to those of you who are still trying to get in, but when the clock is caught up with us, we have a logbook as well, so our logbook is saying that we are out of hours. Kelly and Jackie, stay warm this weekend, stay safe, and we look forward to talking to you in a couple of weeks.
Awesome. Thanks, Tim. Have a great weekend.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye. Well, it's time for us to step to the side. We're going